The Molecular and Developmental Biology Graduate Program, or MDB program, is based at Cincinnati Children's Hospital, one of the top children's hospitals in the United States and the world. Students obtain their PhD from the University of Cincinnati and so benefit from both institutions. The program puts special emphasis on translational science, which aims to study and cure human diseases, particularly in children.
I think one of the main attracting features of our program is that it is so translational, and you get that bench-to-bedside aspect that I think is really important in research.
Every day I walk through the hospital to get to the research building, and there will be kids at the hospital receiving treatment, and you'll pass right by them. And that's really the driving force behind the program, and it really gives everybody a bigger picture of why we're all here and why we all do research.
Students in the MDB program usually graduate in 5 years, and this video outlines the training and student life during those 5 years. Students enjoy a good standard of living in Cincinnati because of the low cost of living and competitive student stipends that the MDB program pays. Cincinnati is located in the southwest corner of Ohio, near Kentucky and Indiana, and has a lot to offer in the way of sports, music, arts, restaurants, and many other activities.
I love living in Cincinnati. I think it has the best of both worlds.
A lot of the things that you'll get out of a big city, but it's a small city feel. It's family-oriented. Everyone is very welcoming and friendly.
But again, most of the time you're going to be spending in the lab, so you're not here to party.
So what I would look for in a graduate student is somebody truly motivated, who is in this for the love of science. We are driven by our questions. We are satisfied with answers when we get them, but we don't live for answers, we live for the next question.
Really very much a student advocate. We admit them because we want them to succeed, and I think a lot of my job is to help them succeed in every way I can.
In the first year, students take graduate-level courses in molecular biology, cell biology, genetics, and developmental biology.
So when we come here, we have a whole year of classes, and they give you a lot of background classes that will put everybody on the same level.
They also rotate through different research laboratories for 6 to 8 weeks at a time, until they identify the laboratory they wish to perform their thesis research in.
Given the diversity of the faculty, the students have a great opportunity to find an area of research that really interests them, which is important because they're required to find a lab by the end of the first year.
Students also attend weekly journal clubs where they review and discuss cutting-edge research articles, as well as seminars given by top visiting scientists in their field.
I've actually really enjoyed Cincinnati. I've enjoyed all the lectures that I've gone to, the classes, and those are just a few of the things that I've really enjoyed since I've been here. You know, a hobby I've picked up actually since moving from the mountains. Never did this in Colorado. I started mountain biking actually when I moved to Cincinnati. Go figure.
I started golfing in the 6th grade, and there's a lot of really great courses around here.
So I'm in my second year in the MDB graduate program now, and I've finally zeroed in on my lab, and I have my own project now, and that's what I'm most excited about.
At the end of our second year, everyone has to pass your qualifier. It's kind of the big hurdle to get to the next step.
And this will require them to write a proposal in the form of a grant that they will defend before a committee that they select. And upon passing that, then they will advance a candidacy at the University of Cincinnati and go on into their 3rd and 4th years.
They also have to select a thesis committee at the end of the second year, and this thesis committee actually guides them through all the way till they get their PhD.
I finished all my coursework, I finished my qualifying exams, and I'm really starting to focus on my research.
I've got some new data, and I'm in the middle of something very exciting. Going to a couple of conferences this year to different places, and I'm very excited about that.
I'm preparing for a symposium where the 3rd years all give their presentations. They each have a 10-minute talk where they try to cram in all the research that we've done the past 2 years, so that's about where I'm at right now.
It was definitely a little bit nerve-wracking, but also very helpful in the questions that you receive afterwards.
The annual Student Symposium is held off campus at a hotel or country club and is a highlight of the year for all the students as they get feedback on their work and essential practice giving presentations.
But I come because it's great science and the students here are outstanding.
It was very useful. It was I got a lot of good feedback, and because of that, I feel like I was able to get my manuscript out quicker.
In the 5th year in the program, students have their final meetings with their thesis committee. They finalize papers and submit them for publication. In the final 3 to 6 months in the program, students write their PhD thesis and present their entire work at a public thesis defense.
So I'm at the final stages of my PhD. Actually, in a few days, I'm getting ready to defend my thesis. I feel pretty confident right now in my preparation, and hopefully things will go well as I've rehearsed. So today I'm going to talk to you about my 2 thesis projects. It's kind of surreal, like it's actually happening. Well, hopefully it happens, but it's still hard to believe that I could be walking away with a PhD after today. Which examined the role of BMPR2 in pulmonary arterial hypertension, as well as the role of mTOR in allergic asthma. It's been a long day, but I'm finally done. And I have my PhD, and I'm excited. Yeah. I can't even talk now.
After successfully completing their defense, students go into a variety of careers, including postdoctoral research fellowships, biotechnology and pharmaceutical companies, as well as teaching at undergraduate colleges throughout the nation.
I'll be starting a postdoctoral fellowship in September at the National Institutes of Health.
I like being in the lab. I like conducting all the experiments, and it's a lot of fun. I really like it.
It's just a great program. I've had a wonderful time, and I would highly recommend it to anyone looking at a graduate program.